All right, Ben Parker of CardinalSportsReport.com here with Stanford wide receiver Tiger Bachmeier. So first of all, just talk about first day of spring practice. How's that going for you?
Went well. You know, it's really nice to have all these emotions built up and then finally get out here and perform. And that was the first one out of 15, so it's a lot more to come.
What areas of your game have you most been focusing on, looking to improve upon for this year?
Definitely showcasing my speed and my releases and my routes, and then going up for the ball, being aggressive.
And just kind of, what are your thoughts on, what have you seen so far from? I know it's been just a day in camp and in training. Not training camp, spring practice. I gotta get my terminology right. Just what have you seen from Elijah Brown so far at quarterback?
He's an amazing quarterback. He played at Modern Day, and I was at Orange Lutheran, and I actually, when I'm thinking about it, I didn't get a play against him. I was at Orange Lutheran, which is in his league, but I believe he was a backup quarterback when I was my freshman year, and so I ended up losing to his team like 60-7. But it's just a cool story because we're from the same area and we know a lot of the same guys. And it's a pretty cool thing. He's a really good quarterback, and I'm excited to see what he does during the spring ball.
Got to ask you, your brother Bear committed to play here as well. Just kind of what was your reaction to that, and how excited are you to see what he does the rest of his high school career and then also coming here to Stanford?
I'm stoked for both of those things. I was just back for spring break, and obviously we went to the same exact high school, and so I know all of the coaches there, and we were talking ball, and it's going to be really exciting to see his senior year upcoming. I got to see what they're planning to do with him for his senior year, and I got to see the guys that he's with. I'm super excited, and I always watch his games on Friday nights before we have our games on Saturdays. Usually in the hotel room, I'll have his game up streaming, and it's pretty fun. So I'm really excited for what he's gonna do in high school for his last year, and it's kind of crazy how fast it's came by, but that'll be exciting, and I'm super stoked for him to be up here. When I heard the news, we were all on FaceTime and told me, and I was excited for that. But I mean, nothing but smiles from here.
Yeah,
it's
just
awesome.
One more question on him. Just what do you feel like? What do you feel his biggest strengths are? You're a little biased maybe, but just what have you seen from him? What are kind of his biggest strengths from your perspective as a quarterback?
Okay, definitely say mindset and teachableness. He is able to pick up things really easily. Ever since we were little, I mean, we'd be playing ping pong or even chess, and I would beat him right off the bat, and then I'd be able to teach him some stuff, and then right away, at a really quick pace, he'd be able to keep up with me. And I've always noticed that about him. He's always had that competitive edge. Always been really competitive ever since we were young, and that definitely shows in his game. Just always finding ways on third down or fourth down, finding the end zone or finding the first down. I don't know, there's a video of him going out and trucking someone and then making it into the end zone, and I think that's been going viral so far. And I think that kind of shows his play style in one single play.
Going back to this year's squad, what are the kind of main points of emphasis that wide receiver Coach Osborne is having with your unit right now?
With our unit, looking back on last year's tape, spending a lot of time getting into the nitty-gritty of everything. Something that he's been trying to get across is showcasing our speed and our routes and our releases, and making sure that we're really getting off the ball and making DBs afraid of our speed is probably the biggest point that he's brought up. And it's actually going to be really exciting to see how we can incorporate that throughout spring ball.
Awesome. And just kind of your thoughts as a player, just thoughts on joining the ACC. Obviously, when you committed to Stanford a couple years ago, you wouldn't have seen that coming. So just kind of what are your thoughts on joining that league and having a completely new, almost a completely new slate of teams that we've seen this year?
Mm-hmm. I think it was a good decision, and I'm super excited for it. There's a lot of teams out there that used to play as in NCAA. building dynasties or just playing exhibition as them. I'm especially excited to play Wake Forest. That's my older brother is going to be playing there, so we're going to have that game going on. I'm excited for that game. That'll be the last game of the season. Have a lot of family up for that game. Clemson's going to be fun. I think NC State is in there. There's a lot of good teams out there that I'm excited to play because it's a different, just a different location. I think this change will be interesting, it'll be different, but we're going to roll with it.
Two more questions before I let you go. So first of all, who was your kind of go-to NCAA team in the video game? Who was that ACC team that you played as? Who was it? Or was it a couple?
Well, it was Clemson. I like to play as Clemson a lot in FSU. I've always kind of liked Clemson, and then especially 2017, Trevor Lawrence beating out Alabama and Tua. So that was one of the teams I really liked. I like playing as Boise State because it's the blue field on NCAA 14. So I'd always put whatever teams I was playing as on the Boise State field because it was the only blue field in the game, and then set the sliders to raining or fog or snow. So it'd be all snowy out game on the blue field, and it would be like maybe like Syracuse against Stanford or something. Two opposite teams playing in Idaho for some reason. So I always had a lot of fun with that.
Very cool. And I think you guys do go to Syracuse this year, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's your first ACC road game.
Yeah,
so
probably why I said it is probably on my mind.
Yeah, and the funny thing is if that was played later in the year, that could have been a snow game maybe. So, at any rate, thank you so much, Tiger, and good luck the rest of the spring practice period.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.